Hello my dear friends, welcome back to our channel, and as usual I will be sharing you one of a life story or a real story which has happened recently in one of our project. I don't want to say it's mine or it's someone else, but it's been shared with me to share with you all. Let's begin with this story. I completely believe, fully believe that you will be motivated, you will be inspired with this story. This story, I got it from a QC engineer working with a very prestigious project, and he was deputed with a sub project under a big program, and he was been assigned to maintain quality of material, quality of workmanship, as well as a systematic approach in the system. During this, one fine day he came across crossroad, like a project manager comes to him and says that, look, we have a senior management visit in another 2 days, and almost many works are already over, and we need to finish with some paint which is we are not getting in market with a approved or recommended brand. What shall we do? Can you suggest me? The QC engineer says, of course there are XYZ brands are available in the market. You can very well go and purchase in the retail market just for one coat, and remaining coat we can do it later. Just to show MD, it's okay, one coat we'll keep it now, and another two coats, or depend upon the requirement of the project, we can do it later. But instead of listening to this QC engineer, the project manager suggests a different way. He says that why don't we go for ABC, which is locally available, may not be as branded, but we have one already available material which is readily available in a sufficient quantity. Why don't you go with that? On that, the QC engineer denied to give the approval because it is not in a recommended list. But project manager insisted, no, we need it because at present we have to show a finished product to our senior management. The time is not there, and we may spend 1 rupee now. It's okay. Later, from the maintenance budget, we can spend 2 rupees. Since we have already approved budget available for 2 rupees, and we can straight away replace the approved brand later. But now allow us to go with the ABC brand which is locally available. Now the QC engineer went into dilemma that as a responsible engineer, he cannot approve a local brand. Parallelly, he has to think about his senior management visit also, as confirmed by his project manager. And he just kept mum, and he did not sign any document. Before I continue the story, can you please write in a below mentioned comment whether whatever the procedure this QC engineer has followed, whether it was okay, not okay, what was your opinion, what he could have done. So I'm eager to see your comments below. However, I will be continuing the story, what happened and what happened during the visit and other things. Now, as I reiterated, the QC engineer went into dilemma to select between the crossroads, which road has to be taken, whether he has to stick to the approved brands, or he has to accept the temporary arrangements arranged by project manager, which is 1 rupee, which is available locally material, and then later complete the project with approved brand with a recommended material. During this, somehow the project manager managed to finish the project with the locally available material, and QC manager did not sign any document. He just kept mum, neither rejected nor accepted. When we fast forwarded, as expected, the senior management visit was over, and the management has quickly understood that this material is not what they have approved. It's a team, so they have not approved. They have caught it that this material, the shade or the finish, which they have not approved during the mock-up. Now, for him, anything which is not meeting the approval is a poor quality. But obvious, he turns to the poor guy, QC guy, and he says that how could you approve this? And the QC guy is like, prove it. I didn't even accepted it, and the project, the PM. Hey, come on! Don't give me here and the words. You are responsible for the quality, and I am totally disappointed with the way you have dealt. And the rest is history. He called him in the cabin. He gave an left and right, and the engineer came out with a bowed headed. But anyway, the heat he has taken, which he was not responsible for, he was not accountable for. But here the story comes is, was the heat justifiable by the management? Who was exact or clear responsible person behind to take the responsibility and accountability of the seat given by the management? Again, please do mention in the comments your opinion. Those matter. And now, just continue what happened, what could have been done, and how to do this fix it later approach. Now, so let's break this down. What wrong with this fix it later approach? First off, you are rolling a dice on quality. If this material fails, it is not about money only. It can be safety, durability, and whole project's integrity. Second, it trashes out the entire image of the management's perspective to look at it. And obviously, if something goes wrong, MD did not care whose call it was. He saw the work and looked at the QC engineer, and mainly the cost. You spent 1 rupee now, and later to replace this, you will be spending further 2 rupees on the maintenance cost. Irrespective of whether the budget was approved or not, you are ultimately end up on spending 3 rupees in place of 1.2 or 1.3 rupees the first half. People think skipping QC saves money, but replacing stuff later, that's the way more expensive than doing it right for the first time. And finally, it is just unfair that the QC was set up to fail because someone else wanted to dodge the process. Am I right? What's your opinion? You can just message me, DM me, or put it in the message box. Now, the final call. Here are some of the facts I'll be putting it in front of you in terms of quality control. Quality control is not a red tape, it's a lifeline. It's not a temporary barricade, it's a hard barricade. It may not give you a result in an instant, but it will give its repercussions or effects in a long duration. Shortcuts might get you through the day, but they will haunt you tomorrow. So even any kind of playing with such shortcuts may result in long-term failure of the project. You can see some of the videos which I have shared earlier. The reasons on project failures, results of project failures. These kind of shortcuts may also lead to failure of your project. And obviously the management cannot afford to lose or fail a project when they are investing a huge money and a prestigious branding on their project. Drop a comment, let's talk about it. And if you like the story, hit a like button, subscribe if you haven't yet. I will catch you later with the next very curious and very interesting stories and a reason and a result behind it. Thank you. Thanks again. Meet you later. Bye.